Bass heads, what's good? Today I'm going to help you get this thing right here, get your thumb together on some funk stuff, particularly some Minneapolis funk, and we're going to use Morris Day and the Times' The Walk from 1982 as the vehicle to do that. So, pretty simple stuff here. First of all, the thumb. Well, actually, let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about posture for a second. Now, relax, grab. Now, I'm going to show you something here. You know, the textbook would say to do this, right? Where you've got that space, you put a finger through there. That did not mean, I'm going to have to beep that out because we're not trying to be naughty here. But, listen, we got this. We're just going to hold that thing like a baseball bat. The chord is C sharp minor. We're going to play with the pinky C sharp. But peep this though. The groove is going to be in the engine room, the thumb. We've got C sharp and B, B being the flat 7. Now that's just basic, right? Right along with the kick drum. Let's mute all this stuff. I'm using SongMaster Pro. As always, if you want to get your hands on something that'll allow you to make your own backing tracks out of real songs, SongMaster Pro is the way to go. And I ask that you use my link to get your hands on that. Anyway, we're going to listen to this kick. So it's right along with the kick drum. As far as the thumb placement is concerned, rule of thumb, pun kind of sort of intended, not really, but we're here now, is the knuckle is generally around this area of the instrument. Notice that I'm not a lot of movement on this hand. Pinky, first finger. Now let's get a little bit more spice in that, a little bit more movement in that, okay? It's like you're making a dish and right there you have your base ingredient, but you want to add some spice. You see what I did there? In the guitar, bang, 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 bang. I'm implying that. A lot of the thumping, when it gets funky, is the implication of ghost notes and feel like the same way, like a hi-hat, right? One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and that's why it's important. That's why it's important for you to feel the subdivisions in your body. When I'm playing, I will typically feel the lowest subdivision that kind of makes sense while I'm playing. So I'll feel the 16th notes or the 8th notes in my body somewhere, whether it be in my legs, my shoulders, or something. But the bass is an inanimate object that doesn't do anything unless I make it do what I want it to do. Unless I do it will do what I tell it to do. So what do I mean by that? the rhythm has to still be in my body. So quarter notes, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, boom, 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 boom. The eighth notes, I'm informing my body, my physiology is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! What was that? Let's talk about it. So what I did there, I implied the minor third. Sometimes it'll come out as a note. Sometimes it'll come out as a ghost pluck. Let me see if I can get closer. Now, because I grew up in that era, in that 80s, you know, I was 12 years old when this song came out, but I started playing the bass the next year, and I was watching Terry Lewis and Brown Mark. Sometimes my finger will come out like this, just There's only 3 notes that's involved in what I'm doing right now. The root, the flat 7, and the minor third. That should give you a hint right there that funk language you're going to be able to bring anywhere on the bass. You dig? So, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but the main things that you want to get out of this are, this is rhythmic first. The rhythm, the emphasis is sort of on the rhythm first. The bass line follows the kick drum. Sort of from that James Brown school where everything is a drum. So, the bass and the drums are, I mean, they lock tight. This is not bass complementing the drums. This is bass locked in with the drums. Think about your thumb as both the kick drum and the hi-hat. Get yourself a tool like SongMaster Pro. Listen, you don't have to use SongMaster Pro. However, having used SongMaster Pro, the moment I saw it and it came out and I was approached to check it out, I'm like, this is hands down the best thing. Again, use my link. You can get it for yourself. It's not a subscription. You buy it once and you own it. But you can extract everything and play along with the drum track yourself. I can't put the vocals and the guitar and all that stuff here just for copyright, but you can. Okay? So when you're playing, you can play around and work on those little nuances, that grease, as they call it. You can put those things in and work it out there for yourself with a tool like SongMaster Pro. So don't be afraid to grab it for yourself. Listen, I appreciate you watching. If I've earned your subscribe, hit that subscribe button. It's like down there somewhere. Up here is a video that YouTube thinks you might like, and down there is a playlist that I think you ought to check out. Until next time, as always, peace, two fingers.